Shabbat Shalom. Today I'm dedicating this teaching to my Rebbe, Rabbi Adin Steinsaltz, who passed away this morning. I'm going to his funeral in the next hour. Rabbi Steinsaltz had enormous impact on my own life over the years and influenced me in many ways. And I was fortunate the last 6 months living in Israel, where I davened with him every week by my home. I did a siyum of brachot with him a couple of months ago with my son, and I was fortunate to celebrate his 83rd birthday with him the week before last on Shabbat, and gave him brachot and reflections on how he changed my life. So this week's Parshat is Eikev. Eikev. What does the word Eikev mean? And in the Torah, when you look at the Psukim, it just really means Eikev Tishmin, because you will listen, or as a consequence of listening, you will be blessed. But why the word Eikev? So Rashi immediately says Eikev refers to our heel. And he says, it quotes a Medrash where he says, that which the heel normally tramples on, we should pay attention to. In other words, the small things, the mitzvot kalot, things that maybe we take for granted, the small actions that we do, those things have consequence. And I want to reflect on my relationship with Rabbi Steinsaltz, what I learned from him, because I learned so much from those small things of the Rebbe, his sense of humor, the way he related to people around him. And there's another teaching that I'd like to bring related to the word Eikev, heel. And it's brought down by his Rebbe, Rabbi Steinsaltz's Rebbe, the Lubavitcher Rebbe. He says, Eikev Tishmon, listen to your heel. Eikev, what is your heel? Your heel is the uppermost, the most extreme part in a way of your body. The upper the limits of your body is your heel. In fact, it's sort of the least sensitive part in a way physically of your body. But what the Lubavitcher Rebbe teaches is that ultimately we want our spirituality not just to permeate our minds and not just our hearts, but all of our body and our actions, right down to our heel. And Rabbi Steinsaltz taught me about this so much, about the heel, about being grounded. And he often used to say to me the story, the symbol of Jacob's ladder, Yaakov, who's also the heel, Yaakov from the heel. The heel refers to the ground, being down to earth. And what I find about the great rabbis that I meet is that they're not in the heavens, that they're always so down to earth. And Rabbi Steinsaltz, you say that the symbol of life is the ladder of Jacob, the ladder of Yaakov. Why? Because it was mutzav arza, it was grounded, it was firmly planted in the ground, but rosho magia shemaima, its head goes to heaven. In other words, we need to be in two worlds at once. We always need to have our heads pointed upwards, our heads pointed towards the heavens. However, and this is we often forget, and Rabbi Steinsaltz taught me and taught the world this, that we need to be grounded, to bring it down into the world like the ladder, firmly planted on the ground. From this week's parasha, this is the Eikev, this is the heel, Eikev Tishma'un. Listen to our heel of our ground, listen to our feet. As the feet hit the ground, this is where we ground, this is where we bring everything down into reality. Rabbi Steinsaltz was a fountain of creativity. He didn't just regurgitate old ideas. He said, be in the present, be grounded, be in your body now, be in your Eikev, be in your heel, and share your own ideas. Share your own creativity, your own thoughts. Be in the moment. Bring heaven down to earth. Take the high teachings, but bring it down. And this is the biggest teaching that Rabbi Steinsaltz taught me. V'haya Eikev Tishma'un. We should always listen to our heel. And therefore we have one small word the Eikev, 3 letters, but it teaches us so much. And I can only say that Rabbi Steinsaltz's memory, the impact he has on all of us, should be a blessing for us all. And this idea of bringing spirituality into the present moment, into the earth, into our heel, into the ground that we step on, should be a blessing. This teaching should be a blessing for all of us. And I'm wishing you all a Shabbat Shalom.